Alright, good evening. Good evening. Yan. Meron na tayong mga 46 participants daw, no? Sige, we'll just give a little more time sa mga magjo-join pa. So I think we have about 300, no? Mga 300 participants daw na magjo-join. So we'll start at exactly 8:05. Bigyan lang natin ng konting oras pa yung mga magjo-join and we'll resume in a bit. Thank you.
Alright, so by the way guys, ayan, nagla-live na ako. I'm receiving comments sa Facebook page ko. So while waiting for the time to start, basahin ko na rin muna ang mga comments ng mga tao. Alright, so yan, heads up sa mga lahat. This is group na talk. It's gonna be headed by a good friend of ours, Mr. Arnal Pipito. We're gonna introduce him later on. Yan. So, and then, andyan po si Chai. She's also a vlogger. Hey, Chai. Lights natin.
Hello.
And then, yan si Arnel. Right, but we're still gonna be waiting for the people to come in. Kasi may nagtanong kanina, bakit daw may babaeng boses, and from Robert Balili, right, doing well. Yan, meron din nag-greet sa atin through the Zoom. And from Aruparuter. Hirap ng pangalan. Good morning, ask it. Right, guys, if you have any questions, right, later, mas magandang tanong later if ever kilala nyo na talaga yung mga panelists natin so that you can direct questions to everyone and then you can post your comments. Good morning, good afternoon, Alcobar KSA from Neil. Marie, si Neil from KSA pa ito. Right, how are you, Sir Lloyd? Okay lang, kamusta naman ang ninyo? Ang quarantine ninyo? Hopefully hindi kayo naiinip tulad ko. Sorry. Right. Ay, sorry. Naka no audio pala. Ang dami ko na nasabi.
Meron. Narinig naman namin, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. But
narinig naman namin.
Yung sa live, hindi narinig. Right, kasi na-off ko yung audio ko sa live kanina. But I think everything is okay now. Right. This is gonna be a panel. We have co-speakers. We have Arnel here and Chai. Introduce namin yan sila sa inyo later. And then you can also direct your questions. You can also direct your questions to them if ever. Just place your name. Kasi dalawang live ito. At the same time, we're doing it in Zoom. And me personally, I'm doing it in my Facebook page. So baka maguluhan kayo. Right. So we're still waiting for the time.
Liveception ang tawag sa ganyan. No. Liveception, dalawa yan. Oo. So mamaya i-broadcast na natin. So we have 2 more minutes. We're giving a little more time sa mga iba pang magjo-join and then we'll start at exactly 8:05.
Right. So right now sa Facebook natin nasa 119 attendees na tayo.
Wow, yan.
Emily Colciano, good evening. And si Jovin, yan, si Ma'am pala yung boses. Yeah, that's Miss Chai. We're gonna introduce her sa inyo later. Akala niya si Miss Apple. Walang voice, Sir Lloyd. Okay na, sir. Ayun. Okay na ang voice. Good evening, Lisa from Dubai. Anong oras ba sa Dubai ngayon? Maaga pa sa Dubai ngayon. Right, early in the morning. Right, morning po sa inyo dyan. Ay, afternoon pala sa Dubai ngayon. Vince Pineda, welcome back, boss. Welcome din. How are you, Sir Lloyd? Doing well. Right, antayin lang natin yung sa Zoom natin. Because this is mainly gonna be happening in Zoom.
Ayan, 8:05 na. Ayos na, bro, no? Pwede na, no?
Alright, go ahead.
Pwede na. Yan, kapayaman. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Yan, so ako po si Ed. Wala pa akong last name, no? So mamaya medyo magpapasurvey din ako kung anong magandang apelyido ko. Pero sa ngayon, ang sa Facebook ko makikita nyo, Ed Stocks. Right, so ako po ay isa ring learner na katulad ninyo. So I'm here to learn from the experts that we have here in this session. Later on, I'll introduce them to you para mas makilala pa natin kung sino ba sila, ano ba yung ginagawa nila, and their expertise. Pero ngayon, napapansin nyo, lagi kong tinatawag sa Facebook, even sa Facebook page, no, kapayaman. Bakit ba ganun? I think nakita ko rin yung chat dito ni, sino ba to? Si number lang 1911-79396. Mga payaman daw. So bakit daw kapayaman? So kapayaman kasi sa Pilipino, mga parang pagka may someone who is trying his best to his or her best to strive in life, laging sinasabi, "Oy, payaman," parang negative, no? Pero here in Stocks Ed, we're actually looking at a good side. So payaman not only in terms of finances, but we are mayaman in relationships, in friendships, at sa pag-ibig. Yan, so maraming bagay, no? So mga kapayaman, yan ang ating mga tawagan po natin dito, no? So Stocks Ed, yan, Stocks Ed. So who is Stocks Ed? As you know, this is a brand new Facebook page, pero marami pa kaming pine-prepare sa inyo para sa learning nyo about the stock market. Mainly, we are promoting stock market investing and trading to our fellow Filipinos. So gusto nating we're trying to simplify stock market para ma-appreciate ng mga kapwa natin Pilipino, no? So yan yung mga abangan natin, and if you have not liked our Facebook page, you can search it now. Go to Stocks Ed. Yan, lagay nga natin sa chat yan, mga kapayaman, no? Tignan lang natin, no? Okay. Ayun. Ito ang ating Facebook name. Yan, Stocks Ed. Yan. Kasi kung sino yung mga naka-like sa Facebook, sila rin yung unang makakakuha ng ating free course. So that's something that we're still building and we're preparing. So we're gonna send it to you kung sino yung mga member ng Facebook page na yan. Alright, yan. Okay, so eto, no, bago tayo magsimula, siguro later on i-introduce natin yung ating mga experts dito sa ating session at nangingiti tuloy si Chi. Ayan, pero before we start, we have a poll. Kung nakikita niyo po dito sa ating Zoom, we just want to get to know you better, no? If you click on the poll option, we have 2 questions here just to get to know you some more. Like, how long have you been investing or trading in the stock market? Right? We have 3 options. Maybe you have not started and you're just want to get to know you better. If you click on the poll option, we have 2 questions here.
Na-live mo yung audio, bro. Sorry.
Okay. Yes. We have 2 options. So, how long have you been investing or trading in the stock market? And the other one is, what type of trader or investor are you? So, yan. Sige, let's answer the poll lang muna, no? Tingnan natin.
Alright, so while you're answering, ayun, may paunang question kagad si Lindsay. But anyways, mamaya na yan. Good evening, watching from Tuguegarao, from Petty Ganaban. Alright, watching from Singapore naman si Robert Balili Diaz. Yun nga, ayun. Alright, so, guys, baka medyo magulan kayo again. This is done on 2 lives. Actually, 3. Si Stocks Ed, nagla-live din ito ngayon. But the main live natin nangyayari sa Zoom, which is the face that you're seeing right now, and then meron din sa Facebook page natin on Financial Freedom 101. If you have any questions, you can post it here on Financial Freedom 101 din sa mga dito nanonood.
Yun, thank you, bro. Yan, I'm not sure kung nakikita niyo yung nakita niyo ba, Lloyd, bro, yung ating responses?
Yes, yung 2 questions right there.
Yan, so looks like we have 30% who have not started. We're very excited for you. You are primarily our target sana para ma-introduce yung stock market to you guys. And we have 25% who have been in the stock market for less than a year and 47% na more than a year na. Ayos, very excited. And tignan natin, mukhang meron tayo na 48% na investor. Okay, this is exciting kasi mamaya pag-uusapan natin is I would say very heavy on investing, especially in these times. Mamaya malalaman natin kung bakit. And we have 33% na hindi pa sure. Maganda yan. Ito yung baka makatulong tayo rito kung trader or investor pa raw sila. Okay, good. So yan na nga. Nakita natin ang title natin is from crisis to riches, no? From crisis to riches. Now, I want to have just a little activity lang, no, para mas malaman pa natin. Kasi as you know, IMF, you probably have seen it in the news. Pero IMF has officially declared a recession globally. So I'm going to give you a link. Tingnan lang natin. Oh. Ito. Yan. Sige, let me share my screen. I just want to know, now we just want to see, when you hear the word recession, and when you hear the word recession, what exactly comes into your mind? So not everybody will be able to participate. Very limited lang yung ating responses dito. But at least we will have, you can participate in the chat din. Yan. Pinalagay ko sa ating chat yung link. So you are free to copy and paste it. Tignan natin kung ano yung magiging responses natin ng mga participants natin. No? Okay. Sige, wala pa tayong responses. Real time natin makikita to. But so far we have from Jello, it says, sabi niya, scary. Scary. And Jose, cash is king or dapat magtipid. Yan. Okay, good. Yan, meron tayong response. One response, it says opportunity. So again, ito po yung link natin. No? Sa mga makakapag-participate, you can copy the link from the chat and then you will be able to enter there your response para makita natin kung ano ba yung mga common na nakikita natin. Ayun, biglang dumami. Ayan na. Kita ba natin? Ayan. Up. Medyo pantay-pantay, no? Ang mangyayari kasi diyan kung ano yung mas malaking text, yun yung parang common na response. So far wala yata tayong ayan na.
May nabasa ako, Jollibee, pagkain pa rin iniisip.
Oo nga eh. Kasi medyo hindi ko lang kung nagde-deliver si Jollibee ngayon, no? Pero,
Palabok.
Depende sa
Palabok,
Oo, kung na-testing niyo yung Jollibee na Chicken Joy na binibenta sa supermarket, medyo malayo sa parang pritong manok lang, no? Pero I'm not sure, parang baka trip niyo siya. Bumili
May
kami last
nagsabi
time.
layoff. Yes, definitely.
May procession ha. Ano yan?
Yan. Okay, good. Okay, thank you for your participation, mga kapayaman. No? So far, the biggest word that we see here is opportunity. We have invest, we have market, and time. That's interesting, no? In the word time. Pero the number one word that we have is opportunity, and that's very interesting because from the title of the session itself, from crisis to riches, it's very clear. Now we see an opportunity here to not only make some money, but also to learn a lot of great things from this recession. At yan yung mga pag-uusapan natin mamaya together with our speakers or our experts. At ating simulan na. And ayan na, so our first speaker, ang ating, in fact, the co-founder of StocksEd. I'm sure kilala niyo siya if you were part of the first session last week. Siya yung ating ang nag-host sa atin, di ba? He is a portfolio manager from Eastern Securities, a founder of Invest Tambayan, and from what I mentioned earlier, co-founder din natin siya dito sa StocksEd. Wala nang iba, we have Mr. Arnal Pepito.
Hello guys, good evening. I'm so happy that we're back. Sa mga hindi pa napag-share ng live natin, we have actually a lot of links for FB live natin. So feel free to share it to your friends. My name is Arnal Pepito. So I'm a co-founder of StocksEd. Later on as well, we are going to share what is StocksEd all about, and then what it stands for, anong offer namin. We are offering actually free resources. So later on, we are going to discuss that. So by profession, I'm a portfolio manager. So what I do, I manage funds on few people. So yun, medyo ngayon hindi good situation, or I'm not into good situation to be a stockbroker. So minsan mapapaisip ka, gusto ko bang mag-continue to be a stockbroker na ganito yung market. But since this is a calling, so it's not only about money, it's really about relationships. And also with this situation, we will learn more, di ba? Pag bagsak ang market, kasi sinasabi nga, if the market is down, there are also a lot of opportunities which we are going to talk about. Now, uh, wala actually akong financial background. So I graduated as a teacher, so elementary teacher. So yun yung ano ko. Then eventually, so a few years ago, I was teaching back then eh. Then sabi ko, parang gusto kong something else. Parang gusto kong ma-explore. Then eventually, I went into investing, I went into trading. Then napaisip ako na why not gawin siyang career. So to be a stockbroker in the Philippines, siguro you're familiar na with watching sa mga films, sa mga movies. But in the Philippines, to be honest, ang hirap talagang pumasok as a portfolio manager kasi wala kang mapagtanungan eh. Resources are just very few. Then, ang hirap hanapin yung person na pwede kang magtanong or 'di ba? So hindi siya ganoon ka ano, kadami yung resources but ano lang din, God's blessing. God connected me to people and also I'm so thankful with Randall Chongson if you know him. Siya yung mentor ko talaga which nag-push sa akin na try itong ano na to, na career na to. Then I'm so blessed with opportunities as well. And yun lang naman siguro I would say, pag one line na life story ng buhay ko, siguro from the street to the Philippines Wall Street, parang ganon. So I've been writing about it. I have a blog that's investambayan.com. So personal blog lang naman siya eh. So I've been writing a lot of mga personal experiences. With regards to stock market story, yun, before I was able to encounter this firsthand sa college. Back then kasi uso yung mga party-party. Then introvert naman ako. Then eventually, yung ka-roommate ko na introvert din, offered me to read a stock market book. Ang title nun eh, How to Make Money in Stocks by I think William J. O'Neill. So yun yung nabasa ko. Gusto-gustuhan ko siya and from then on, hindi na ako nag-let go eh. So yun. So yun lang naman. And for people na kakastart pa lang, for people na this is your first time na makapanood ng stock market webinar, so I'm so glad I welcome you and hopefully in the future we'll be able to talk about it more about. Thank you so much.
Ayos. Ayan. Virtual clap hands tayo mga kapayaman. No? So yan po si Mr. Mr. Arnel Pepito. Thank you.
And by the way, later on, magbibigay kami ng prizes ha.
Aba, teka. Baka pwede tayong mag-join dyan. No? Ayan. So mamaya po, by the way, mga kapayaman, no, meron tayong chat. Well, nakita natin na meron ng mga nag-chat ngayon. But for those who have not, we have a chat option. If you want to participate later, I think may mga pinirepare na questions yung mga speakers natin. No? We also have the Q&A button there. So if you have a question to a particular speaker or general lang, pwede nyo ilagay sa Q&A mamaya yan. And I think we actually have one na. So mamaya, babasahin natin yan. Thank you. Thank you, Arnel. And our next one, we have, she is a fundamental analyst. Oy, pang mabigat yan. Fundamental analyst. She is also the founder of the Clean Earth Project. She is a renewable energy and climate finance expert and a social entrepreneur. So wala nang iba, we have Mr. Charlotte Chow Turk, or for short, we call her Chi or Chai. Ano bang tamang pronunciation dyan? Chi or Chai? Chi. Siguro ito si Chai daw. Ayan, Chi.
Pwede
Okay.
rin. Hi mga kapayaman. I'm Chi. So sorry. First time ko rin mag-webinar ko kagaya ng iba dito. So I also have a YouTube channel pero kaka-start lang din nun. It's called Money and Chi. So just to give you a brief background of myself, I'm actually a corporate finance person. Technically, medyo fundamentalist na rin yun kasi I do financial modeling of projects, especially renewable energy projects. So yung mga power, mga kuryente, ganyan. Yan yung mga projects na ina-analyze ko. mostly for companies to purchase or yung mag-build or ng business development ng mga yon. And previously, before I started my own business, I was working in Seoul, South Korea, working for helping the developing countries and least developed countries to create policies para magkaroon sila ng mga green investments. So yung green investments, kung nakakarinig kayo ng green bonds, mga ganon, yun yung ginagawa ko more on projects para sa climate change, para ma-fight yung climate change. So, yun, medyo more on DCF, mga ganyan. With regards to stocks, paano ko napunta sa pag-i-invest? I actually graduated financial management noong 2009. Kasagsagan ng 2009 financial crisis. Yun yung mga panahon na kakagraduate ko lang, nag-iisip na ako kung makakuha ko ng work. Kasi ang pangarap ko talaga nun maging forex trader. Apparently, napunta ako sa corporate finance or medyo investment banking type. Although, masaya naman ako sa kinahatnan ko. Yun. So, yun, ever since I started working in FINMA sa Treasury, so yun na talaga ako yung officially nag-start na nagte-trading. Kasi nung time na yun, actually, hindi pa sikat yung call financial. Ano pa, talagang tumatawag ka pa. Yung kung naranasan niyo yun na tatawag ka para lang bumili ng stocks or magbenta. Kasi hindi mo talaga nakikita yung price. Sinuwerte lang kami kasi meron kaming connection sa sa Techni Stock. So nakikita namin yung volume, mga ganyan, yung pricing. Tapos, since medyo naging busy sa work, so kaya more on fundamentalist ako kasi I trade lang position. Kasi wala akong time talaga on a daily basis to check yung price ng projects kasi maraming mga deadlines. So, yung more on, kunyari, gusto nyo siyang gawing a side additional income for you. Ito yun, matutulungan ko kayo ng bahagya. So, yun. Right now, ang ginagawa ko is more on business and yun nga, my YouTube channel. So, yun. Yun lang. Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Thank you, Chi.
Alright.
Yan po atin si Miss Chi. And eto na. Yan, of course, last but definitely not the least, we're actually very excited to have him, no? He's been doing this, I'm sure marami sa atin kilala siya because he is doing almost daily na gantong parang webinar din. And he has this dedication to really share about the stock market, about investing and trading. In fact, for free, just doing it live on Facebook and YouTube. So wala nang iba, he is a trading coach, a financial advisor, and he is the founder of Financial Freedom 101. So patlalagay natin mamaya sa chat yan. With almost 30,000 followers. And he is also the founder of mangingisda.org. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. LLoyd Bazar.
Ayan, good evening po sa inyo lahat. Teka lang may nagtatanong kasi gusto makasali sa Zoom. I just posted it on the comments natin. My name is LLoyd Bazar. It's been a while. I've been teaching trading and investment all around the world. Founded Financial Freedom 101. It's basically a personal blogging page para po makatulong sa mga Pinoy about financial literacy, investing, and stock market basically kasi doon ako nakafocus. So I share about stock market a lot. Created this page and the YouTube channel because I strongly believe na ang solusyon po sa kahirapan, especially sa mga Pilipino, is education and disiplina. So with those, kahit po saan tayo magsimula, napakababa ng pagsimula natin. If we know how to manage money and we have the discipline, we have a very strong chance of becoming successful, especially financially. That's the story of Financial Freedom 101. And at the same time, ako po ang finance head ng mangingisda.org. Check it out, mangingisda.org sa Facebook. Andun po, makikita niyo po yan. Basically, ako yung tagahanap ng pera. So magaling tayo maghanap ng pera at magturo sa Pinoy paano magkapera din at the same time. And then about stocks, I strongly recommend guys you follow Chi and Arnel kasi marami akong followers na nagtatanong about stock market. Minsan sinasabi ko sa kanila na let me talk to a few friends of mine who are brokers talaga kasi they have the feel na andun sa floor talaga, alam nila ano nangyayari. May mga bulong na alam nila. So please follow Arnel. Follow niyo po si Arnel and Chi at the same time. So, kasi alam ko ang karamihan ng mga andito nakafocus sa stocks. This is a good opportunity for you guys to get someone, to follow someone. I strongly recommend Arnel and Chi for you guys. So, please follow them. So, yun.
Thank you so much, Lloyd. Maraming salamat. So there you go, guys. Yun po ang ating 3 speakers or experts for today. And again, this is just a kapehan session. So it's just like us drinking coffee and talking about the stock market. So feel free to just participate in the chat if you have some questions and if you want to say something. But for now, yeah, market updates. Market updates, what's been happening? Ano na bang nangyayari sa ating market, economy? Ano bang mga bali-balita ngayon? So yeah, let's talk about it, no? Maybe Arnel can share something about this one.
All right, so good evening ulit. So, paano ko ba i-open to? Welcome to recession. Hindi, parang ang pangit pakinggan, no?
Welcome back.
But welcome back. So, may prediction kasi na every 10 years, there's going to be a stock market crash. So, before, parang hirap niya paniwalaan, parang past few years, di ba? Parang hindi na mangyayari, but nag 10 plus 2 lang eh. And yun yung nangyari ngayon. So, anticipating as well, moving forward, that after this, we are going to wait another 10 years. So at least ano na tayo, we have much better feel of the market kasi market is just a cycle, di ba? It's going up, down, sideways. So yun lang yung ano niya. So if we are able to time the market well, hindi naman perfectly, but we would know kung anong cycle meron tayo sa market, then magiging careful tayo sa market, careful tayo with our investment. May mga time na kailangan na natin mag-out. Yung mga nakapag-out before nag-crash yung market, congratulations. Sa mga sa mga hindi nakapag-out, ano ko ba sasabihin? Okay lang yan. Pwede. Pag blue chips, pag mga magandang stocks, pero pag di ka nag-cut loss with basura stocks, pag-pray na lang natin yan. So yun. Alright, so market updates natin. Inflation, I'll start with inflation. March inflation is 2.5. Actually, it's with the range with governments. I think around 2 to 4% yung inflation target ng government. So nasa range tayo, and we are expecting that na medyo bumaba pa tayo by April kasi 'di ba may price freeze, then global oil din bumagsak din, and Lloyd will be talking about it as well, yung global markets, at the same time oil, then other assets, which I'm so very excited. So yun, nag-decline din kasi yung global prices if you have a car. So this is the time na pwede mong mag-full tank ka. Right? So other market updates, Dow Jones natin down, yung US index 16.29%. Anong significance nito sa market natin? We are 50% foreign, mostly nun galing sa US. So minimirror kasi natin yung US market. Pag lalong pag bumagsak sila, usually sumusunod din tayo, not all the time, but yun yung parang sinusundan natin. Index natin, Philippine Stock Exchange Index, we're down 29.49%. If you are following our webinar, I mentioned na yung last time that we are 35% down year to date. So yun. Foreign buying natin wala pa. So for the past, siguro yung birthday ko, I can remember kasi nung nag-declare yung pandemic, March 11, yun yung birthday ko. So yun, starting no wala.
Nagkakaroke pa tayo niyan, no? Nagkakaroke tayo niyan eh.
So starting noon walang wala pang foreign buying. So puro ano tayo, foreign selling. Then daily volume natin around 400 million. 1 billion tayo April 7, then March 19. I'll be showing you with regards sa ano natin, economy natin, kung anong ma-expect natin. So I really like this one. I'll be showing you this PowerPoint. So okay ba? Nakikita ba?
Wala.
Kaya yan ako lang.
Share the screen.
So ito lang. Okay, ito. Then, here ko. Alright, so we got it here. Share screen ko lang ha. Kita ba?
Yes.
So we have actually this is what we can expect. Philippines growth forecast natin. So by dito tayo. This year 2020 and 2021. So check lang natin to kasi magandang magandang makita natin, especially with GDP. Yun yung basis natin with the growth of our country. If you don't know, our country has been growing for the past few years na. We've been growing 6 years for I think more than 5 years. And right now, pandemic na to, it's gonna be affecting our economic growth as a whole kasi 'di ba walang lockdown tayo, then we would check kung ano yung gravity ng effect nun. So we could see here worst case scenario mag-extend yung lockdown natin, we would be growing negative 0.5%. So yun yung panang worst case natin, but kung medyo makontain naman as early as possible, so we are still gonna be growing 3%, 3 to 4% for this year. So it's still good. Unlike other countries, 'di ba? Na they are not into better possession unlike us na tayo naman kasi we are one of the fastest growing economies And I think siguro masabi natin na hindi ready yung government natin, but we can see that our country is really good in terms of things like this. In terms of our financial position as a country, we can say that things will get better in the coming days. All right. So with regards to PSEI, I have some slides here. I'll be sharing this to you. Now, Asia Pacific, where Philippines is part of it, we are actually up, I think 12%, starting from nung bumagsak tayo. So we are starting to have good bounce. Actually, Philippines, South Korea, and Indonesia. So yun yung top 3 na medyo mabilis yung nag-bounce yung index, and which is really good. Now, question, is this nag-bottom na ba yung market natin? Nag-bottom na ba yung ito na ba yung pinakasagat sa atin? So we cannot say na ito na, but at least as much as possible nakikita natin na nag-react yung market positively, especially nung 'di ba nung nag-extend tayo with enhanced community quarantine. Other people are expecting babagsak na naman ng market pero tingnan nyo, nag-rebound ng market because people gusto nila ng lasting na result, positive result for this. Now, for this one, 20% yung tinaas ng market natin sa pinakamababa recently sa 52-week low natin. hope you're following this. With regards to Philippine Stock Exchange Index, we can see that we are on the range of around 5.4 to 5.8. So hopefully we will be staying on that. So later on we'll be explaining as well with regards to market outlook. I think I have my other colleagues will be sharing as well on some market updates.
Yun, thank you, Arnel. Pero before we go get some points from Lloyd and Chi, no? As we know, we have 34% na hindi pa nagsimula sa stock market. So parang in layman's term, ano ba ang ibig sabihin nito? So GDP raw is declining. So ano bang impact nito sa performance ng stock market natin? I mean, we know that GDP, I mean, the economy is driven by spending, di ba? Tama ba tayo doon, Arnel? Kumbaga, ngayon na nasa loob yung mga tao, di ba? Hindi sila gumagastos, hindi pumupunta sa mall, walang tumatakbo masyado na walang consumption, di ba? So walang
tama, walang
participation
economic,
masyado.
walang activities
Activities,
masyado.
oo. Ayun siya. Sige. Maybe we can also get some additional inputs from Chi and Lloyd, no? Sige.
Go, Chi.
Okay. Wait lang. So, answering ko lang yung isa sa question dito kasi may question about yung effect dun sa what do you call this?
From Francis Del Val, no? Tama ba?
Yeah, oo. So, kasi, like explained kanina ni Arnel, di ba, for cycle siya, so lagi nagkakaroon ng downtrend. So, I'll show you lang yung historical, like, from 1997. Tapos, every 10 years lang naman to. Sige, I'll share with you yung PowerPoint. Ayan. Kita ba?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you can see, ito yung 1998. This is the Asian crisis. So, yung effect niya, nag-start kasi yun 1997. So, kung makikita nyo dito, nasa peak siya. Teka, di ko mabasa kung ano. Around 3,600-ish yung level ng PSEI. And then, suddenly, bumaba siya. Ay, shocks. Bumaba siya ng biglaan, kagaya nung nangyayari sa market natin ngayon. So, patuloy lang yung pagbaba niya for, I think this is 3 months na pababa lang siya. And then eventually, tumaas din siya. So, kung na-lock up ka nung time na yon, most likely, nakalahati mo lang din yung value ng stocks mo. Pero if you wait 10 more years, sorry naman dun sa mga sana hindi ganyan yung mangyari, no? Pero after 10 more years, so nung 2008 naman, yun naman yun nga yung kinukwento ko na, di ba gumraduate ako nung 2009, tapos yun din yung another economic crisis. So, sumabog kasi yun, itong part na to, nung before mag 2009. So, makita nyo, bumaba siya, tapos nagba-bounce back din siya. And ever since, paakyat na lang siya. So, dun sa mga na-lock, if ever ganito yung maging situation, then you don't have to worry too much kasi magba-bounce back din naman siya. Although, it will take time, as you can see, medyo slow yung pag-angat niya kasi, syempre, kagaya nung nangyayari ngayon, hindi mo naman ma-expect na biglang magno-normalize yan, di ba? Even before mag-start yung lockdown, medyo 50% na nung spending yung nabawasan, konti na yung pupunta ng mall. So once na matanggal na ulit yung malift na yung lockdown, most likely gradual din yung pag-akyat niyan, hindi siya biglaan. So kung mafe-feel mo, kung ikaw sa sarili mo gumagastos ka agad, hindi ganun sa buong market. Pwedeng hindi ganun yung effect na as a whole, syempre. So the next one, as you can see, ito na yun. Ito na yung today, as showed by Arnal a while ago as well. So, nakita nyo, sobrang steep nung pagbagsak niya. Tapos, biglang nag-bounce back din siya. So, if you know yung Fibonacci na yung bounce niya. So most likely if you're just looking at it, may chance na bumaba siya ulit. Lalo na hindi pa naman nagma-mass testing. So yan, fundamentally or medyo technical na rin, yun yung magiging somehow effect niya. Just to add dun sa sinabi ni Arnal. So, Lloyd, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Wait lang. Paano ko i-stop yun?
Right. So, yeah, thanks, Chi. Basically, yung sabi naman nila lahat. Is it okay? Naririnig ba ako?
Yes, clear. Loud and
Yes,
clear,
sir.
bro.
So, basically, nasabi na nila lahat. It's just that ang kaibahan lang talaga ng pagbagsak ngayon. It's kind of different from the drops from 1997, 1998, tsaka 2008, 2009 recession. Because those were caused by bubbles, etc. This time, it's caused by a pandemic. And instant yung effect niya. So, it's compared to the other drops na gradual yung drop, ito is instant yung bagsak. Pero what we're expecting, especially in the international market, for the bounce, for the reversal, for the recovery, it's gonna be a sudden recovery din. Mas mabilis itong recovery na ito. So it's best for you to really prepare a lot while hindi pa nagre-recover. Right? Our cues for recovery, since our economy without the coronavirus is doing well. Even the economy of US, etc., other countries, all their economies are doing well. It's just that coronavirus made it drop. So if ever manalo tayo, the world will win against coronavirus. We're gonna be expecting a recovery right then and there. It's not gonna be an instant recovery, pero at least yung buy point natin, yung buy signal natin is mas clear. Unlike before na 2008 to 2009, we really cannot determine during that time kung kailan talaga makaka-recover ng market because ang daming walang trabaho. This time around, makakabalik naman kaagad ang mga tao, trabaho, and then a few months, then everything should normalize and the market should normalize. So, mas mabilis yung recovery na in-expect natin. But, yung cue lang natin for the recovery is if ever we hear good news about coronavirus, especially pag may vaccine na, may cure na talaga, that's gonna make the markets recover really. So, mas shorter in time natin pag-prepare ngayon compared to 2008 and 2009. It took 2 years para mag-recover ang market. This time around, the drop could be very short. So, pwedeng within this year mag-recover din ang market kagad. Right? That's my 2 cents about the market. Go ahead.
Yun, very interesting. Thank you, Chi and Lloyd. And just to go back to Lloyd, no? So Lloyd, you're also an investor and trader in the international markets, no? So maybe you can share some inputs for sa mga mamaya mga kapayaman sasagutin natin yung mga tanong niya, pero for now let's hear from Lloyd yung about sa global market condition. Sige, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, sige. Let me share my screen really quick. Yun. So what we're looking at right now is DJ30. This is Dow Jones. Basically, ito yung pagbagsak ng market during the pandemic, diba? So that was the drop, and what we can observe right now is yung market nagba-bounce na. We have a higher high and then a higher low and nag-breakout pa during that point. So somehow we're seeing positive signs sa international market. At DJ30 is the index that we always look at kasi pag nagbo-bullish ito, somehow apektado ang buong mundo, especially the Philippines market. So whenever this goes up, sumasabay, especially sa PSEI, napansin niyo po, umakyat din si PSEI. So somehow we're seeing a good sign of reversal right here, pero everything is uncertain still. It's still very shaky. So we don't have any strong indicators yet that this is going to go up. Even if it's looking bullish, remember this was caused by the $2 trillion na linagay ni US sa markets nila. To help the market, to help the spending, to help the companies na hindi magtanggal ng mga empleyado, and that helped. That was a stimulus package to stimulate the market, and it did do the stimulation for the market. But still yung normal volume ng market to really make it bullish is not there. So it's not really a surefire reversal yet. So international market's not yet a reversal for us. Okay. PSEI, this was the last market day natin. The red one that we're looking at the bottom, this is called the net foreign. Net foreign, is it buying or selling? But we are on a negative 1.6 billion, which is very big, meaning maraming foreign investors ang nagbebenta pa rin kaysa bumibili ng mga stocks right now. So even if our market is going up, the normal volume or yung mga investor talaga natin, if you will start in the Philippine Stock Exchange, you will know that ang stock market natin is greatly affected by foreign investors. And if ang foreign investors nagbebenta, may nahihirapan ang market gumalaw. And everything is selling still right now. Especially naka-lockdown tayo, wala pang investors gaano. So the bounce we are seeing may not sustain they may not sustain. So pwede pa siyang bumaba ulit. So we'll know for sure in the future kung we have normal volume na, then that's the time we can say na reversal na talaga. But for now, the bounce is pwede po siyang maging bull trap. So you don't have to be aggressive right now. I don't recommend you go aggressive in investing. Wait lang muna tayo. That's for local markets. Though ito sa international market, I'm trading the international market. I just invested in oil last week, right? So we were able to luckily catch this bottom of oil and we were able to gain around 30% kay oil. Nabenta ko kahapon yung oil ko. I don't know if I can pull it up in eToro. Yeah, so I sold if you can see there, we closed our trade sa eToro with a profit of 30%. International market sa oil commodities, pwede po kayong bumili ng oil kung gusto niyo po. Bumagsak po si oil because of demand of oil was very low. Wala pong travels, yung mga tao hindi lumalabas, so walang gasolina, kaya po bumabagsak ang presyo ni oil. It's at a very, very, very cheap price right now, which is very nice. Kasi yung highest peak niya umabot pa ng almost 70 yan, si oil. Right? So this is something you might want to look at in the future. Pag nag-recover ang market, traveling is gonna be normal again. The demand is gonna normalize again. Prices of oil should normalize, and this should be a good asset for you to look at. So that's my 2 cents about oil. So last week, bullish market. This is the heat map of stocks, industrial, technology. Google, Microsoft is going up. Facebook is going up. But again, this is shaky. This is a shaky green that you are seeing right now because yun nga, this was caused by the stimulus package and wala pa tayong clear na direction against COVID-19. Right, so don't be aggressive on stocks as of the moment.
Ayos. Thank you, Lloyd. Sige, just a quick one, no? You mentioned, Lloyd, yung about sa eToro. I think we can also, I myself am planning to do it, no? We can also copy trade your trades in the global market. Tama ba?
Hindi lang ako, ang dami pa pong mas magaling na trader kaysa sa akin. It's just so happen na marunong ako, nag-trade din ako every now and then, but I can strongly recommend so many people you can copy trade in this sa eToro, which is very good. So you can follow my page so that you will know who to copy in this kind of market. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you, Lloyd. Arnal, go ahead, bro. About the global market relation to our local market. So ano bang
So yun,
masasabi
basically, sinabi ko na nga kanina na we are heavily affected talaga in terms of volume natin sa market natin, 50% or I think mas higher pa dyan, invested or may tinatawag tayong hot money. So meaning nun, mga foreign investors investing in our equities, but eventually they can easily pull it out kung gustuhin nila. So pag may hindi okay na nangyayari, especially market affecting, they can easily sell their position because developing countries na mga equity index like Philippines and other Asian equity indexes, they view it as more risky. So they are going to move or transfer their funds to less risky na mga assets like bonds. If you're familiar with bonds, like yung investment sa binibenta ng government natin. So later on as well, if we have time to discuss about it. But there are a lot of mga asset classes na safer than stocks. Kasi ang stocks, if you're invested, especially sa panahon nito, diba, very reactive siya sa news, especially diba yung main reason bakit bumagsak yung market natin is really because of the pandemic and the movement ng market kung pataas pa siya. It depends upon the progress of fiscal policy, monetary policies, and not only that, the progress talaga. Kasi yung tao, mga investors, di ba, market is driven by emotion. Ano bang emotion na medyo, ano ngayon, medyo huge in the market sentiment? Fear, driven by fear. So if it gets better, then market would surely react pataas. Depende yun sa depende yun kung ano yung progress talaga. So yun, basically kung ano nangyayari sa Asian markets, European markets, US market, we are also affected by that. So if your question is, so yun nga, I've heard about the economy, I've heard about the market, it's going up a little. Is it good to invest? Na wag mo na masyadong excited. Later on, we are going to discuss about it.
Ayos. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Arnal and Lloyd. Okay, so well, yeah, ano ko lang, no, acknowledge ko lang si Jemmy Lontok, no. So we encourage you guys to expound some terms in the chat. As you know, we have been introducing different terms about the market. So like Jemmy Lontok is now helping us explain what GDP is. So dito sa chat natin para lang sa mga
by the way,
bago sa stock market, no?
By the way, bro, si Sir Jemmy, ano yan? RFP yan, Registered Financial Planner.
Ayun naman pala. Oo.
Hi, Sir Lontok.
Yan.
So, and also, nandito ata si Kuya Bonnie, no? Is attending ata. So, shout out.
Andyan ba? Hanapin natin mamaya. Shout out natin si Kuya Bonnie. So yun guys, no? Kung meron kayong mga maisi-share sa chat, paki-share na lang. At this point, we will answer some of your questions. Meron pa tayong mga isi-share mamaya, marami pa. Pero let's answer just a few questions here, no? Yung iba actually nasagot na natin. Pero maybe we can throw this one to Chi. Ito medyo simple lang naman, Chi, no? Sabi ni Francis Del Val. May problem po ba sa fundamentals ng Philippine economy ngayon? So what do you think about this one, Chi? Yeah. Fundamentally speaking.
Fundamentally, definitely, most of the earnings will be really low this year. Kasi, syempre, naka-base tayo sa, sa performance ng companies. And if there's a lockdown, so ano ba yung mga nagtathrive na industries right now? Healthcare, what else? Halos lahat affected eh. I cannot mention anything na talagang nagtathrive bukod sa, yun nga, healthcare, sa, ano pa ba, Arnel or Lloyd? May iba pa bang, how do you call this? Pero definitely, like even power, kasi, telecoms, kasi syempre, medyo hindi naman masyadong affected yung mga subscription na mga type of business models. So yun yung mga medyo hindi masyadong affected. As you can see, like even sa Globe and Tel, yung decline ng stocks nila, ng stock price nila, hindi ganun kababa, unlike sa mga iba. Like for power naman, ngayon medyo hindi pa yan affected, pero pag nag-release na yan ng mga quarterly earnings niyan, dyan mo makikita na talagang magbabagsakan yan, hindi nila ma-reach yung mga targets nila. Maraming pagkakaproblema sa contracts, yung logistics mo, hindi naman lahat yan magiging okay, yung import and export, syempre ano rin sila, affected din sila. So if your question is if may problem sa fundamentals, definitely meron. Kasi hindi pa lang yan nagre-reflect as of the moment. Pero you'll see dyan yung mga second or third quarter reports yan. Doon mo makikita talaga na super affected na siya.
May question dito for Chi. This is from Rafael Martinez. Tama sinabi ni Miss Chi kanina hindi makatutok sa trading because of time constraints sa work. Maybe you can provide tips how to do it daw.
Ayun. So, yun na nga. So, for that, like for me, what I do kasi, like, i-discuss din yan sa Stocks Ed, actually. Dun
Right.
sa, magiging, ang tawag doon, platform. Kasi usually, pinagko-combine yung fundamental tsaka technical analysis. So, for me, I only invest on blue chip stocks. Pero not necessarily na blue chip na nasa PSEI lang. Most likely yung mga stocks na tiwala ako, yung talagang feel ko na good yung historical nila. Syempre, check ko yan. After that, I check the technical side. Pero yung technical analysis ko is not like yung ginagawa ni Lloyd and Arnal na talagang heavy, na daily, per hour, per minute, nagtitrade sila. Hindi ko kaya yon. So, most of the time, I just check for the ins and yung entry tsaka exit point ko. So, usually, I look for stocks na may magandang wave. Yung wavy na na chart. Kasi doon ko makikita kung ano yung low point, doon ako papasok, tapos aantayin ko na lang pag na-hit na niya yung level na gusto ko, yung last high niya, magbebenta na ako ulit. Tapos aabangan ko na lang ulit yung next niya na low. So because of that, I have favorite stocks, as you can say na I have yung stocks na alam ko yung flow niya, tapos yun na lang yung inaabangan ko most of the time. So kasi like for example, let's say 1 year. So let's say yung stock price niya is here tapos nag-end siya at this point. Meron siyang wave in between. So yun yung kina-catch ko para madoble ko. Kunyari dalawa yung wave niya. So instead na 10%, magiging 20% yung earnings ko sa kanya. So yun naman yung style ng trading ko para hindi ako nasa-stress talaga.
And that's lang ha.
Galing.
Yeah, this is for Arnel. This is a very good question, so I want to shout this out. What do you think? This is from August Alvin Gillen. What do you think would be the impact of the government's plan to borrow money from ADB to the market, economy, and investment or the investments? Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for that question, sir. So yun na ngayon, as long as yung action ng government is really reflective into doing good result, ang market nun kasi ang market naman real time and magre-react. So as long as directly helping kung ano yung nangyari ngayon, then eventually market would react positively. So yun, kasi ang mga tao ngayon, especially mga investors, are really checking kung anong gagawin ng government. So yun, with regards to kung borrowing man yan, if maganda yung result niyan, then the market would discount it as a positive
Right.
sentiment.
Go.
Ayos. Meron pa ba dyan, Lloyd, from Facebook? May mga questions pa ba tayo dyan?
Meron.
Meron?
Dito, it's somehow, meron from Nilo
Covered
Farno,
na.
good evening. Ano pong books magandang basahin para sa fundamental analysis? Maybe we can talk about that on a different,
or si Chi, baka pwedeng i-chat ni Chi mamaya. Baka meron siyang mga
You can send a
re-recommend
message
dyan.
to Chi anong books magandang basahin para sa
CFA.
fundamental analysis. And then with the lockdown extended, was this from Yuna? Hindi ko na maalala. But the question is, yes, from Yuna May, the Choso. With the lockdown extended, what will be the expected effect on PSEI? Time to start buying na ba? And na-reach na kaya yung lowest point? As what Arnel said, we don't know for sure, right? We need news na we have won against COVID, and that should be the start of the recovery, right? So just to make that quick. Maraming questions sa natin sa Zoom.
Marami. Oo. Sige. Isa-isayin natin, no?
And maganda ngayon, Ed, we have 102 participants sa Zoom, and I believe mas madami tayo sa Facebook Live natin, and we're so grateful with this. Just to let everybody know, especially sa kaka-join lang, this is actually a webinar series. So every Saturday 8 p.m. gagawin natin siya. So this is actually our second webinar. So StocksEd is doing this just to really help out people, especially with this situation right now. And later on, we are going to talk about it.
Thank you, Arnel. And later on, I think Arnel will also talk about yung parang nabanggit nga ni Chi kanina, yung platform. This is especially good for those who are starting in the stock market, no? As you know, may mga heavy gut tayo mga naririnig na terms, but these are all covered in the StocksEd platform. So mamaya maririnig natin yan. Okay, let's see, no? I encourage you, everyone, to put your questions in the Q&A instead of the chat. Pero ubusin na rin natin yung mga questions dito sa chat. From Jello Amonelo. In your opinion, ma'ams and sirs, what's the action of the government on fiscal policies after this pandemic? Most of the businesses ay lugi na. I'm just worried if inflation will balloon after this. So yun daw. Anong masasabi natin dyan?
Just si Chi, may answer ata.
Okay, go ahead. Si Miss Chi.
Ang worry is magkaroon ng deflation actually. Kasi usually yun yung fear after recession eh. Maraming supply, konti yung demand. Syempre, pero I think naman at this point, hindi naman ganun yung mangyayari kasi wala rin namang production. So, walang production, walang supply, walang demand. So, in terms of inflation, may chance. Pero kasi right now, oil, kaya nga na sinabi ni Lloyd, oil is really low. Most of the increase naman is tungkol doon. Although, merong problem ngayon sa energy kasi like yung mga power companies, they are required to buy coal and oil earlier kasi hindi nakakontrata kasi yun and hindi siya pasok
Sorry,
dun sa
Chi, can you repeat that?
policy natin nationwide. Sorry, yung so yung mga
Power companies, yes.
yung power companies right now, even I think any companies na may contract with oil and coal, nagkakaroon sila ng issue right now kasi hindi naman yun pasok dun sa force majeure ng local economy natin. So kung kahit sabihin ni government na i-delay mo na yung mga payments, sa local businesses, pwede siya. Pero yung mga nagkukuha ng raw materials from outside the country, medyo affected sila kasi they are still required to pay. So yun yung magiging pwedeng chance na talagang magtaas yung inflation kasi most likely yung cost nun ipapasok nila dun sa goods nila. So we will just hope na ma-manage ni government yung prices at that point.
Ayos, thank you, Chi. Okay, sige. A few more now before we move on. Later on, we'll talk about the winners and losers from the perspective of our speakers. Ito stock specific na to, so maririnig natin mamaya yan. From Alex Maristela, Sir Arnel, pwedeng pa-remove yung mug mo. Na-remove na po, okay na, wala na yung mug ni Sir Arnel. No? So,
sorry guys. Nagka-copy kasi kanina eh.
Oo, napakaki lang ng
parang
kaunti.
nakasakay ka sa mug eh.
Oo nga eh.
Okay na, na-remove na. So talo na tayo kay Angela 19. So good evening. Ito, I think this is it. This could be a good opening for us to talk about the winners and losers. So sabi ni Angela, what industry do you think will rebound the earliest? Food, retail. Ano pa ba? Thank you. So yan. Sige, does anyone want to take a lead on this?
Start na natin.
Okay.
I'm preparing something here. Then my colleagues here will also have their own as well. So check ko muna. Mag-share screen muna ako. Oops. Okay. This one. So may mga slides pa ako na I'll be sharing before I move on sa winners and losers. I'm sure you're excited to know about it. Pwedeng may hawak kayo, then you would know kung okay pa ba siya. And then just to give you, hindi naman siya trivia kung ano nangyayari. Ang dami talagang mga tao ngayon na gusto pumasok So I cannot believe it. So I'm amazed na sobrang daming mga interested, especially kaka-start pa lang, kasi they know na nag-crash nga yung market, and they know na this is really a good time to buy stocks. Then mayroon pa nga isang nag-message sa akin, sabi niya, alam mo ba sir, hinihintay ko talaga yung 10 years na magka-crash yung market. Sabi niya, hinihintay ko yan. Medyo long overdue nga kasi plus 2 years pa. So yun yung sabi niya. Actually, madaming naghihintay for that. Now, let's go back. So then I'll move on sa next na. So with regards to index, so nakikita natin for the past 10 years before this, it's really going uptrend, no? On the longer side. So if you're going to start right now, sinabi ko nga, hindi for sure yon na dito na talaga yung bottom, but you can start slowly, you can start smaller portion, na tawag namin doon buy in tranches. So yun yung palaging sinasabi ko sa mga kliyente ko, especially yung naghihintay talaga. You can start right now actually with good stocks, selective stocks. Then pag bumagsak ulit, then you can add up, you can average. So nakikita naman natin is if you are going to start right now or in the coming months, then eventually the market would have good good results na in the coming future, in the near future, then makakasabay ka sa pagtaas ng market. Then makikita natin ngayon with using kasi moving average, madaming nakatingin dito we are still below MA 200, meaning nasa pa talaga tayo.
Bearish.
Medyo malayo pa talaga tayo sa bearish market pa talaga tayo, meaning pababa at pababa pa. Very weak pa yung market natin. So yun, may nag-bounce siya konti, pero pwedeng false lang siya na bounce, pwedeng too early na reaction ng market, pwede din na nag-bargain hunting yung mga tao. Pero sabi nga ni Lloyd kanina, very small pa din yung volume natin, nakikita natin. So around 500 million shares traded. So hindi pa yung ganun kalaking transaction on the daily basis. So yeah. Then by looking on technical analysis perspective, so actually na-reach na niya yung anticipated na decline So possible na siya pasukan, especially with regards, nakikita naman natin na nung bumaba siya at that portion, medyo nag-bounce siya. Pero yun nga, dahil weak yung market, nakadepende pa din yun sa market sentiment. Alright, so nakikita din natin dito yung winners and losers. Actually, bilang lang natin sa stock sa PSEI. By the way, sa mga bago, Philippine Stock Exchange Index, yun yung top 30 natin. So makikita natin, this is nung last trading day, nung Wednesday. So AC, tumaas siya. GFC nga, tumaas kasi yun yung time na nag-declare siya ng dividend Maliit lang, 0.6, but still it's a dividend. And so on and so forth. Alright, so I'll be checking as well. Lang to, review lang to naiwan ko na slide earlier. Net foreign buying natin ng mga stocks. Nakita natin kanina na na medyo foreign selling tayo, but may selective stocks. Top 30 natin, so ito yon. So pwede mo din siyang i-check for the last 30 days. Ito yung binibili ng foreign investors natin. So makikita natin dyan, Century Food, yun yung usually makikita natin, may mga food tayo retail na binibili ng foreign. So pwede din nating check yung mga yan. Then winners natin.
Then may kinalaman ba sa to dahil sa alam mo naman relief tsaka sa lockdown, mga food consumption, yan ba yung parang pwedeng...
Correct. Later on, we will be talking kung ano yung, hindi naman winners, but sila yung parang nakapag-benefit on this, especially yung mga nag-ooperate na mga companies ngayon. So possible na sila yung makapag-benefit. So year to date natin, ito yung top 10 natin na uptrend. Yung makikita natin dyan, euro. Actually, yung euro, yung stock na yan, yun yung gawa ng mask or laboratory equipment. Kaya siguro tumaas din siya. Alright, so I'll move on. So ito yung top losers natin for since January. Just to really give you a market update on this. So ito yung pinakita kanina ni Lloyd. Net foreign natin puro selling. So wala pa tayong buying. So it's a good as well, it's a good indicator once foreign buying is going back. So positive sign na yun. That could be na magre-recover na yung market natin. So I'll go now with the question kung ano yung businesses na winners and losers natin. So dito ako. So I'll be sharing to you this slides kasi ito yung na-share. Joy Concepcion kasi is part of cabinet sa entrepreneurship siya, Secretary of Entrepreneurship. So anticipating business activity and revenue to be down by 40% this year. So 20 to 30% demand drop forecast. So ano yung industries na winner natin makikita dyan? Actually, number one yung media Kasi any type of media, yun yung madaming nga fake news ngayon, di ba? Yun yung kinukonsume ng mga tao ngayon. Then healthcare, so yun yung mga Then makikita din natin travel, yung ma-hit talaga. Ma-hit talaga in terms sa revenue. Kasi yun yung directly affected ngayon, especially transportation. So yun. Okay. I think yun muna. I think my colleagues may additional insights.
Okay. So, Lloyd, do you have any additional inputs? Parang kasi to, di ba? Kung after the lockdown, saan ba excited yung mga tao? Ano ba yung gagawin nila? May mga ganun din yan no?
Right.
Yung mga, sige, go ahead, bro.
Ganito lang. I was looking at the comments. Ang daming tanong, is it the time to buy? Ito na ba yung bottom? Labas ko muna pagka-coach ko. No one can predict the bottom of the market. Hindi po natin malalaman kung ito na ba yung bottom or ito na ba yung top, or in our situation right now, it's the bottom. No one can predict if the market is bottom already. Okay, what we can do is, if ever gusto nyo talagang mahuli ang bottom, is you start buying at the supports that the market is gonna create. Right now, the market created a support. This is a good time to buy some. Bili ka ng konti. Let's say, for example, if you have 100K na budget, yung may 100K tayo na budget, let's say, for example, siguro mga 15,000 yan, ibili nyo muna. And then, if bumagsak man, then you just buy another one na another 15,000, at least man lang bumaba yung average ninyo. And then, karamihan ng pera ninyo, mamaya nyo na ibili when the market is already on an upward trend, kung rally na or bullish na siya. That's the time you start to go aggressive. So start 15, if bumaba pa, another 15, and then if you see that the market starting may good news na, and then you put in 20, 30,000, and then if ever maganda na talaga, that's the time you go aggressive. So no one can guess the bottom po, right? Kung nag-aantay kayo ng bottom, is the bottom, hindi pa naman siguro bottom to, kung hindi ako bibili, you're doing it wrong. Wala pong makakahula ng bottom. So what you do is you just buy some, and then pag bumaba pa, you just buy some more. You just keep buying. It's a very good opportunity na bumaba na ngayon ang mga presyo ng mga stocks. Alright, that's my 2 cents for that.
Thank you so much, Lloyd. Okay, well, sasagutin pa natin yung mga tanong dito, no? Pero, so maybe some of you are wondering, no? Kasi we have strategies, we have information about the stock market that we've been sharing. And lahat ng to will be actually available in the Stocks Ed platform. And I think Arnal would like to share something about it. Before we answer the other questions that we have here, ano ba yung magiging offer na information ng platform natin. So yeah, go ahead bro, Arnal.
Yeah, actually, I'm really excited to share to you this project. Part of our project, so si Lloyd, si Chi, and then co-founder si Ed. Actually, makikita nyo siya sa mga animated videos namin. And then Kuya Bonnie as well. And we have a lot of people part of our team, mga smart people, dedicated people. I'm so excited. Now, StocksEd is a revolutionary financial education platform. We are developing a desktop platform at the same time mobile app. So it would be available soon. So kaya ginagawa namin itong webinar just to really give you a taste on what we are offering. So I'm going to show you this. So ito yung free course namin. Tawag namin Payaman sa stock market 101. So you can, since we have your email addresses, then we can just show this to you. So
Free, no? It's free, sabi mo, bro?
yes,
Tama ba?
it's free. Then makikita natin dito, it's very interactive. Last time I was able to have an opportunity to show it. Medyo ano nga lang kasi high definition yung animation kasi namin so hindi nakaka-capture masyado ni Zoom. But once you will use it, once you can have a try on it, then I'm sure you would enjoy it. Actually, isa lang naman talaga yung goal namin with the StocksEd we can create something that you would enjoy. Medyo ano kami medyo envy kami with Tulfo So gusto namin mag-create something na parang Tulfo na sa MRT nakatambay ka, na na-enjoy mo din, pinapanood mo din, na stocks related siya. Alright? And then medyo nag-disconnect ako. So ano ko lang
Ayun, sige. Yun, basta abangan ng mga
yeah,
kapayaman natin yan. No? O, yung, sige, you have something to share pa, Arnal, bro.
I'll show yung yung other courses. Not only that, we have another one. So we also have, so ito yung free course namin. So makikita mo may games, animated videos, interactive na mga activities. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Then this is our second course, Stock Market Investing Essentials. So yun, makikita nyo din most of the videos there, makikita nyo si Chi sa mga videos namin on this course. So you could also take advantage to learn from this course. Then we also have, so yan yung part ng mga contents ng course namin for investing. So yun. Then we also have for technical analysis, especially with charting. So actually yung goal namin talaga sa mga contents namin magiging very interactive. At the same time, madali siyang intindihan. So rest assured, nakataglish yan. Mga activities namin, madali siyang intindihan. So yun. Then so yun yung glimpse of what you can expect sa courses namin. So we have three. We have free course. We also have for technical analysis and meron din for investing. So that's it.
Ayos. Thank you, Arnal, bro. So yan po mga kapayaman na abangan natin. It will be prepared for you. We are here to simplify and really promote the stock market investing. We only have 1% or less than 1% population na invested in the stock market in the Philippines. And we aim to raise it up to, kapag 2%, additional 1 million population yan. And we really want to promote financial literacy to our fellow Filipinos. Ayun, sige. Now, let's answer a few more questions here. No? Tignan natin sa ating Q&A. From Lindsay or Lindsay, I think nasagot na to, pero basahin na lang din natin. Since may pending global recession, gaano kalaki ang impact niya sa PSEI? Fast, mabilis ang sagot. Arnel, anong magiging impact of the global
Actually,
recession?
we've seen the worst of the market. So, actually, nung nag-crash ang market, parang maiyak kami doon sa loob ng floor eh. So, I've been trading pala sa trading floor mismo. So, yung mga matatanda namin, parang aatakihin na sa puso eh. Kasi very sudden talaga siya. So, we can expect na merong major drop, pero we've seen the worst of the market. And
If ever babagsak
nakikita-
man. Yeah, if ever babagsak man, siguro hindi na gaanong, unlike the
Correct.
sharp drop before the past few weeks.
Oh, kasi medyo biglaan talaga siya eh. Yun, makikita natin driven by fear talaga eh. Global market, US, makikita natin parang pare-pareho yung galaw ng mga indexes natin. So yun, with regards to that, yun, magpo-progress naman yun sa ano natin sa GDP target natin, makikita naman natin that we can expect slow yung ano natin economic growth natin. We can see na with regards sa Asian countries natin, we are in good position.
Yun, okay. Lahat
May question
mura.
dito. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, may question dito from Arsen Pete. I want to answer this. This is a very nice question. I just want to know what would be the best sector to invest in after this pandemic, or should I say after the bear market? Pwede si Arnel maunang sumagot nito. May sagot din ako dito.
Ay, sakto. Nakatingin na ako sa sa slides ko. Isa-share ko na lang to. So, okay.
Yeah, very good question. I just want to know what would be the best sector to invest in after this pandemic or the bear market.
Yan, sige to si Chi, meron din yata i-share mamaya na Excel, meron yata related din to, no, Chi, no?
So we have actually industry winners, or let's say yung makapag-benefit on this current situation natin. So makikita natin industries, food, banking, kasi yung banks natin ngayon open pa din eh.
Yeah.
Basta makikita natin as long as operational sila, people will see that na good indication business is doing well. Although ang banking natin 14% yung exposure sa real estate So possible in the near future may effect siya. Kasi 'di ba, one industry is correlated with another industry. So
Yes,
industrial natin,
Can I butt in for a minute? Excuse me.
Sige, sige.
Just the heads up. Real estate, speaking of real estate is one of the most affected ngayon sa sa industry natin. So bumabagsak po ang kita ng mga real estate na mga companies. With that, it's a good time for you guys to look at real estate investments din, kasi magbababaan ng presyo ngayon para mabenta lang ang mga bahay. So check that out also. This is the best time to start investing in real estate sa mga may pera diyan tulad nyo at nila Arnel.
Okay,
Tulad ni Chi.
so we have food, banking, industrial, and services sector. So ito, actually ito may content din to ng stocks eh. Makikita nyo kung anong mga sector yung mga stocks that are part of that. So financial sector, so yun yung pinaka-common natin, BDO, BPI, Metro Bank, industrial sector, selected lang dito. But pure gold, di ba? Nakikita natin ngayon, pure gold, pila ng pila yung mga tao eh.
Yeah.
Parang hindi nawawalan ng tao. Then food, so yun, San Miguel Food and Beverage. So ano din siya, good stock din siya, part of the industrial sector. Services, telecommunications, PLDT, Globe,
Dito.
and dito, so yun. Yun yung actually yung third telco natin. So industries loser natin, oil, kasi sobrang baba ng oil natin. So is Shell, Petron, so yun yung possible na affected na mga industries, either on the positive note and on the negative side.
But on the positive note, si oil, for sure aakyat yan once demand comes up, goes up. So, though it's losing now, pero it's a good, sa mga investors dyan, you please look at oil. It's gonna be very good for you.
Especially for those who are just about to start, no? This is a very good time for them to really para mag-abang ng mga dahil maraming mura just like what you said, no?
Yes.
Sige Lloyd, meron ka na nabanggit na you have some answer for this question then?
Yeah, the Arnel is ang mga answer ni Arnel is more to local, me and then fundamentals kasi yung kay Arnel. Me, I'm into the development right now. International market. I want you guys to look at tech stocks, right? Ang ganda ng tech ngayon. Why? What this pandemic has shown us is that basically it reshaped consumerism, di ba? Alam niyo po, ang mga pagkain ngayon, online na lang, orders na mga, even appliances ngayon, online na. With that, look at, tingnan niyo po sila Amazon, maganda po ang takbo niyan in the future because it's gonna be, the landscape has been reshaped because of the pandemic. Yung mga tech stocks like, eto, ganitong ginagamit natin si Zoom. Si Zoom ngayon bumagsak lang because of the scandal, but eto yung pinaka-hottest ngayon. Sila Zoom, sila Microsoft is making their own Zooms. So those are the things that you need to look at. Online payments is gonna be very good. So Visa, MasterCard, those are available in eToro. If you have eToro already, international trading, if you want to start in the international trading. And dyan po sa video description, may link po dyan to create an account. Please use that to create an account. But yeah, online payments like PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, even Bitcoin is moving right now. And in the future, after the pandemic, we're going to see how important these things are. So please look into them. I will strongly recommend the tech stocks right now sa international market. After the bearish na run na ito.
Sentiment, no?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Lloyd. Chi, you have something to share. I think you prepared parang Excel file, you know?
Yes.
Related to the question, no? Sige.
Medyo related siya. So, ako kasi, I look for opportunities eh. So, I don't really look kung sino yung winner this year, pero sino ba yung pinakamalaking binaba niya. Kasi, yun yung, like yung kinuwento ni Arnel, matagal ko na rin inaabangan tong pagbaba ng market na to.
Ito na yun.
Kasi ang tagal na.
Right.
Hindi ako makapasok for a very long time kasi ang tagal na niya na nandun sa peak. And I'm assuming nga na babagsak siya. Apparently, ngayon na siya bumagsak. Anyway, so ito naman, I just prepared yung Excel na to. Ito yung PSEI. So ito yung mga stocks dun sa index natin. Just to show you kung ano ba yung effect niya as of the moment, comparing from last year, yung nag-close yung market, yung close yung prices nila, and this today. Yun. Kasi with this point, syempre we're looking at fundamentals, di ba? So kanina, ina-explain ni Lloyd tsaka ni Arnel yung time of entry. So ito naman, yung fundamentals, ano ba yung mga papasukin natin na mga stocks? So dalawa yung, maraming factors actually, pero for this session, I just prepared EPS and PE ratio. So ano ba yung difference para dun sa mga bago pa lang na nag-i-invest? EPS is the earnings per share. So, para bang ito yung kinita ng shares mo. So, technically, nilagay ko dito yung mga yellow, yun yung mga nag-release na ng 2019 na earnings nila. So, earnings is yung net income nila. Bakit mas, pagka nagko-compute ka kasi ng intrinsic value, ginagamit mo talaga is cash flow. Pero at this point, we're using the net income. Kasi yung net income, pag hindi mo siya dineclare as net income, hindi siya magiging dividend. So, at the same time, yun din yung gauge mo for growth. So, kapag ka nag-retained earnings ka, ganyan. Anyway, so for EPS, yung yellow, kung makita nyo, yung difference niya, pagka yung 2000, medyo. So anyway, so yung 2018 to 2019, medyo mali lang yung ano dyan. Pero yung, nakaharang. Okay. Yung letter H na column, yun. Doon yung makikita, yun yung change niya from last year to this year. So kung tumaas siya, nag-grow yung stocks mo. Ibig sabihin, tumaas yung earnings nila. Ibig sabihin, nag-grow sila. So, kung makita nyo, ano ba yung mga malalaking growth dyan? So, yung Security Bank, 17.34%. Yung Bloom, 40%. Yung BDO, nasa 35.27%. LTG 42.67%. So, yun yung ilan sa mga makita natin na maganda yung yung returns niya kumbaga per shares. SM as well, tumaas siya ng 20.21%. So, yun naman yung gusto natin, 'di ba? Yung nag-i-improve yung earnings nila. So, kung gusto mo siyang i-compare with the same industry, you're using PE ratio. PE ratio, ito yung magde-determine kung mura ba or mahal yung stock price. So, as you can see, disregard nyo muna yung yellow. Inano ko na dito, yung change niya, yung difference niya from last year to PE right now. So, yung cost niya per peso mo, ito yung kinikita, parang ganun. So, yun yung PE ratio. So, yung nag-close siya nung 2019, let's say for DMC. Si DMC is DMCI. As explained a while ago by Lloyd and Arnal, ito yung real estate, diba? Kasi sila yung mga condominiums, ganyan. So, makikita nyo na yung binaba ng PE ratio niya is 68.61%. So, di ba, panalo ka na. Kung mangyari, kung yung sa in-explain ko a while ago na mag-rebound siya, let's say, ma-attain niya lang ulit yung price na nung bago siya bumagsak, bawi ka na. Pero of course, that will not happen immediately. As fundamental analyst, you should think of it na in a year or two. Kasi as explained a while ago, this year, medyo mababa talaga yung returns niya. So, yun, makikita nyo na ano pa rin siya. For the long term, okay siya. Kasi bumaba na siya ng almost 70%. Tapos, kung mapapansin nyo yung earnings per share niya, actually, yung 2018 tsaka yung interim kasi yan, interim hanggang 2019 na June. Kasi hindi pa lahat nakakapag-declare nung ang tawag nila, year-end nila. Kasi di ba ang labas ng mga reports na yan is April. Pero dahil sa coronavirus, syempre yung mga ang tawag doon, yung mga auditing firms, medyo close sila. So, hindi sila nakatapos ng annual reports nila. So anyways, as you can see, ICT, ito yung ports. Kasi syempre nabawasan yung imports and exports. So malaki rin yung impact niya. Although, hindi ako bibili ng ICT personally kasi maraming beses na ako nasunog dyan. Hindi ko siya ma-timingan ng maayos. So yun. JFC.
Yung mga container, no? Container support.
Oo, yung container.
Ah.
Yan yung mga hindi ko ini-investan. ICT, Petron, ayoko yan kasi lagi ako nagkakamali dyan. So,
Basher, may basher tayo dito. Basher.
basher, sorry sa mga hate ko yan. Ayoko yung mga stocks na yan. Anyway, so, JFC favorite ko yan. So, lagi ko lang inaabangan. So, ngayon, tumaas siya, no? Antayin lang ulit natin siyang bumaba. Tapos, ako okay na ako pumasok at this level. I mean, not at 120. Inaabangan ko ulit yung 90 kasi hindi ako nakapasok. Pero okay na ako sa below 90. Tapos, yun, GT Cap. Ito yung, si Metrobank. Yung group niya. So, 55% din yung binaba niya. So, murang-mura na yan kasi parang naka 50% off sale na siya. Parang ganun yung labas niya. So, again, as mentioned, itong namang Excel na to, i-share ko rin to with you guys para makita nyo rin. Ito lang naman yung nasa PSEI. So, 30 lang to. You can do this as well for other stocks if gusto nyo makita kung good na ba yung fundamental sila. So, yun, makikita nyo. Like, for example, Bloom. 30% na yung binaba niya. Tapos, may 40% siya na increase from 2018 to 2019. So, fundamentally, strong siya, di ba? So, yun lang naman yung analysis mo if you're looking at this one. So, yun. Yun lang.
Grabe naman yun. Thank you, Chi. Ayos.
So,
I-share mo.
sobrang juicy, no?
Oo nga eh. Parang juicy. Parang ako
May
nagte-take
kasama
note din ako eh.
cheese.
Oo. Sige.
I'll take
Pero,
time din we have a lot of questions na pending dito, so magbabasa tayo.
fast talk tayo, no? Sige.
Fast talk.
Sige. can you be, kay Leon Bagwan, can you be an investor and at the same time a short-term trader? Maybe of different
Definitely, yes.
stocks. Thanks. So yun, definitely, pwede. So ang ginawa ko dati nung nag-start pa ako, may pang-invest ako, then may pang-trader, pang-trading din ako. So ang ginawa ko, different broker. So yung ano ko, investing COL, and the other one yung field stocks pa dati. So yun, para lang at least ano, hindi ako ma-tempt na ma-jumble ko siya. Good thing naman, facts about doing this. You know that stocks can be transferred from one broker to another and the other way around. So parang cash lang yun. Ang tawag namin doon, equity transfer. So for example, from broker A, medyo ano, gusto mo siyang ilipat sa broker B, you can do that. It's very easy and with minimal na charge lang siya. Right? So may ano ata si Lloyd additional.
Yeah, definitely you can. You can invest and be a trader at the same time.
Actually,
Yeah. I am focused on eToro right now. If you are in the international market, you can trade on your own. Kung gusto mo short-term trading, and then mas maganda pa sa investing is you can copy trade. So at least investing style, pero andun ka sa mga mas magaling mag-trade. So mas mabilis ang tubo niya kaysa sa nag-invest ka lang. You're investing at a faster on a faster growing fund basically kasi trader yung na-investan mo. So you can do that at the same time sa eToro, and you trade on your own at the same time. So definitely to answer that, yes.
yes. To add lang din, basically, requirement yan in terms of portfolio management. Kailangan may portion ka ng fund mo na naka-trading, may portion ka na naka-position just to manage your risk.
Right.
Ayos. Oh. Maganda rin yung hiwalay yung like sabi ni Arnal, dalawang broker para alam mo yung emotion na nakaset when you open the account, no? Isa
Different
for
accounts, pwede naman different.
right, oo.
Yeah.
Isa for
Ay,
trading,
sorry,
isa
naputol
for
ako.
investing. Ayan, bumalik ka na, bro. Oo.
Sorry, na-disconnect
ulit.
ako. Sorry.
Okay, sige.
Right, so another
Yeah.
question here. I think may additional ba si Chi?
Okay na-share na Chi. Let's go to Jeffrey De Los Reyes lang, no? I think this is a very quick lang naman. If I want to be a full-time trader or from an investor, how much capital should I have in order for me to start? Meron ba kayong inputs dito, guys?
Kung may forex ka, kahit $20 pwede na. $20, $30 a day.
Yeah, pero ito full-time daw siya, full-time
Yeah.
trader yung
For forex, mas maganda kasi kung gusto mo full-time trader sa forex ka na lang or commodities. $20 a day is already very good for up to $50 a day for trading budget. Yan. That's already very good for full-time trading.
Okay, good. Thank you, Lloyd.
Or
Chi?
start small lang muna. Try mo muna until such time na confident ka na din saka mo makikita mo naman depende sa average return mo and ano ba yung gusto mong annual return mo in terms of money, and then let's say 20% yung experience mo. Kumbaga kung kaya mo palaguin yung money mo in 20% tapos you're expecting na 100,000 annually yung kita mo, then i-back calculate mo na lang. Yun yung required mo na to start. Pero yun nga, gauge mo na, test the water if kaya mo yung emotions, ganyan.
So yun, may question dito. Do we have to wait for fourth quarter before entering the stocks? I would suggest na nasa second quarter pa tayo. So kung maghihintay ka ng fourth quarter, medyo malayo-layo pa yon. Baka maiwanan ka na ng market. I would suggest if you know how to interpret charts, you can check on that. And pwede din, second quarter tingnan natin or third quarter tingnan natin yung anong effect ng earnings. Kasi especially ngayon, maraming nag-aantay second quarter talaga kung ano yung effect nun. So pwedeng ganun. Kasi possible kasi pag negative yung mga medyo declining yung mga earnings, mag-react agad ang market. So from there, makikita natin kung ano yung market sentiment ng whole market.
Ayos. Ayan, yan. Pili pa kayo, guys. May mga questions pa tayo rito. Si Edgar Galang, hindi siya question, no? Pero sabi, anyway, skip na natin yan. Dito muna tayo kay
Meron dito
Mark
kay Mark
Urbano.
Urbano. Oh,
Sige bro.
what do you think short selling will be available for retail traders in PSE? So actually, madami naghihintay nito eh. Kasi kung siguro nag-take effect na yung short selling natin bago nag-crash yung market, madaming naka-take advantage. So siguro I would say, kasi promise naman yun na ng PSE that they're working on it either third quarter or fourth quarter. So we are actually expecting some floors, trading floor that it would be within the year. Second quarter nga yung sabi nila. And I would say na siya, doable naman siya. And then I believe na it can happen. Hopefully it would take effect. But wag kayong ma-expect much. We are going to start with blue chips. Then tingnan natin kung anong effect nun sa market. Then eventually we'll apply that to other stocks outside the index.
Thank you, bro. Sige, a few more questions before we wrap it up, no? Before the last few points from our speakers. Ito from anonymous attendee. Bakit this is very interesting. Bakit po kaya nasa negative side ang insurance business? I think Chi made some points in the past. Sige, Chi, you wanna answer this?
Yeah, definitely kasi actually one of the reason din na I think medyo slow yung tawag dito bounce back ng market is because most of the insurances kasi syempre yung mga death insurances, mga ganyan, ngayon sila nagralabas ng pera kasi dun sa mga claims. So tataas yung claims as much as tumataas yung number ng how do you call this ng coronavirus, syempre mas kinikip nila yung cash nila kasi kailangan liquid sila pag kami nagkuha ng claim sa kanila. At the same time, ang big funds kasi, yan yung mga nag-i-invest sa mga stock markets. So, as you can see, kung hindi sila mag-i-invest kasi they are trying to ensure na meron silang cash for claims, then makikita nyo na hindi sila talaga papasok pa sa markets until such time na meron ng vaccine, mga ganyan. Kasi syempre, parang sa bangko lang yan iniiwasan nyo yung bank run. So, sa insurance din, iniiwasan nyo na hindi ka makapagbigay ng claims. So, kasi mag-reflect yun sa, reputation nila as an insurance company. So, yun yung, niya. Kaya negative siya kasi kailangan nila mag-release ng pera.
Yun, very clear. Sige, we'll answer some more. Pero Lloyd, do we have some questions in the Facebook Live para we can accommodate, no?
Isa dito, pwede po ba maka-request ng copy ng Excel ni Ma'am Chi? As an expert, what would be the best platform to use when investing? Does it matter in the first place? This is from Arsen Pitt. Usually hindi kung investing lang For trading now, yes, it will matter because other platforms are more powerful compared to others na. For example, I just want to name 2Trade Asia. Si 2Trade Asia, AAA equities, they have stop loss which is going to be very useful for you in trading. So that's a plus. As for local market, then kung gusto mo sa international market, mas may plus din sa international market for trading. I would say it's much better to trade in the international market kasi kahit pa bearish ngayon, you can still earn in the bearish market through short selling. If sa tingin mo babagsak pa ang stocks, then you short sell the stocks, you will be earning on a bearish market. So that's the advantage of the international market. Kahit po bearish, pwede kayong kumita. Diba? So it depends. Best platform to use when in investing. Kung investing lang naman, kahit I would say it's okay. I would recommend Call Financial for newbies for investing because their research is very good. How about you, Arnal? May ma-recommend ka ba?
So yun, for similar lang na with regards with investing, yun, first talaga na tingnan nyo for a brokerage firm, especially online, yung research team. So we have few like COL. I also like sa Metro Bank, First Metro Securities, very very informative yung nila, research nila, and
Right.
siya real time. And with regards to trading naman, so yun, platform, definitely yung features ng platform. What I'm using right now, especially sa personal account ko on trading, is Teams on Securities na platform. Siya, medyo pang techie lang talaga siya, but the features are really good. So yun lang naman yung sasabi.
Sa akin naman, I used to. So, yung isa ko is First Metro Sec. Yun yung pinaka-una kong account talaga. Kasi nice din nga. Gusto ko yung platform niya kasi super easy to use siya. Mas madali, for me lang naman, mas madali siyang gamitin kesa Call Financials. Although, I use Call Financials kasi mas madaling kumuha ng IPO doon. Lalo na yung LSI, oo. Kasi sa ibang, I also have sa BDO, pero yun nga, usually hindi ako nakakuha ng IPO. Pero pagka Call Financials, mas mabilis, mas
Ma'am Chi, bago lang ako. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng IPO?
IPO, mahaba to. Initial public offering. So, initial public offering, ito yung syempre kapag gusto mo na maging public yung company mo, ibig sabihin, hahayaan mo na yung public na magsabi kung ano ba yung perception nila sa stock market, sa stock price mo. Kasi kapag private ka, syempre, yun nga, yung fundamentals na in-explain natin kanina, yun lang yung ginagamit mo. Pero kapag public market ka na, meron ng public perception. At the same time, bakit kailangan yung public perception? Kasi kapag mag-raise ka ng capital, pag mas mataas yung perception ng market sa'yo, mas mataas yung stock price mo, mas konti na lang yung shares na kailangan mong i-release para makuha mo yung funding for your new projects.
Yun, parang frutas, no? Frutas dati, buko juice lang yung pwede natin bilhin, pero ngayon pwede na natin bilhin yung shares. Kasi sila
Pwede
yung,
ka-
yung
yes,
yung IPO is really making the private company available to the public.
yes, pwede nang mag-invest at bumili ng shares. No?
Yeah.
Ayos.
Yes.
Okay, medyo marami pang tanong dito, no? Pero alam ko meron kayong mga pin-repair dyan ng mga prizes, no? Sige. May mga, hindi ko nakikita sa background nyo ngayon, pero meron. Kayo ba, baka meron kayong mga tanong for our viewers so that we can, get their inputs.
Meron. Ang price ko pala, especially sa mga bago, actually, ko yung mga bago. I'll be choosing 4 from you guys, especially di pa kayo nag-start. So, you can open an account with my brokerage firm, Eastern Securities. May na yan. May cash na yun na 500 pag nyo.
Yun.
Pwede nyo gamitin, wag nyo lang i-withdraw agad ha. Mawala yung natin, mawala yung reason natin bakit.
Baka i-withdraw agad, wag yun. Kailangan pambili natin.
Pwede nyo dagdagan, pwede nyo i-try. So yun. So question lang naman, siguro pinaka first na maka-answer sa chat. So ready na kayo ha?
Yeah.
How many stocks in the Philippine Stock Exchange Index? Ang
Bilis ka. Yun, patay ka. Sige ka.
meron na agad.
Sino na bro? From your
answer
point
is-
of view.
The answer is
30.
30. Very good.
Yun.
nauna si Jose. Joey Leysa.
Joe
Sabihin ko na lang
Leysa.
natin.
Yan, palakpakan mo na rin.
Yay! Congratulations!
Yay!
Alright.
I-take note natin yan. Actually, si Kapayaman Lloyd, meron din yung nag-prepare din yan ng prize.
Yeah, sige lang. Dapat para to sa mga magtatanong. Dami ng tanong. So I'm just gonna be picking from the comments and then I'm just gonna be sending them a message.
Yay! Galing. Anong prize mo, Kapayaman Lloyd?
Yeah. Power banks from eToro.
Wow,
So,
Tama. Lockdown yan.
3 random na mga nag-comments and nag-attend sa live natin. So, I'm gonna be sending you a message and then pagkatapos ng lockdown, saka ko pa mapapadala to. So, yeah.
Okay, so Chi. May question ka, Chi.
Wala akong question eh. Pero,
Kaya ako sige.
pero meron akong price. So, yung price ko is dun sa business ko kasi I have this, expanding.
Uy, teka, maganda yan. Sasali ko. Wait lang.
So, ibibigay ko to na lang to. Kagaya ni Lloyd, ibibigay ko na lang to dun sa mga magpo-follow ng vlog ko sa Money and Chi vlog sa YouTube. So, randomly, pipili ako ng 3 to give away this. Tapos, also, I'm encouraging women then to do stocks trading. So, I'll give away this for 3 ladies as well. Bamboo coffee cup. Yun.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Thank you for that,
Okay
Chi.
naman
So I
yun,
have
no?
another question. So before that, so you can follow me at investambayan.com. We also have a Facebook page, Investambayan, and Facebook group. And don't forget to follow and like Stocks Ed. We have a Facebook page for that. And yeah, second question. Pabilisan to ha. Pabilisan. Give me 5 blue chip stocks. Dapat na ano na ha.
Dapat hindi wag isa-isa. Yung
Isa
5
lang,
agad.
O dapat
Kasi-
dapat
Sama na.
Si Edgar, sabi niya, JFC,
Meron na.
JFC.
JFC.
Ayun, nauna si
Times
Patricia, Patricia Bagawan.
Bilis.
Sino na natin? Sino?
No, not Patricia. Just Patricia from
Patricia. Oo, tingnan natin. SMC.
JFC.
San Miguel Corporation, JFC, Jollibee, BPI, BDO, and
Yes.
DMC.
Very good answer.
Ayos.
Yeah. Galing. So may
Right.
dalawa na akong pabibigyan. So later on siguro. Siguro sa mag-question na lang. Pipili na ako ng dalawa doon.
Ayos. Meron pa ba, bro? Sabi mo na question? Sabi mo?
Naubusan na ako ng
Hindi, meron akong question. Pero
Sige,
mamaya,
pwede.
magpo-post tayo mamaya sa Stocks Ed page. At syempre, naka-like dapat yung mga magpa-participate dito, no? So yung mga magpa-participate, kung ano lang naman yung mga natutunan natin from this session. So pipili kami ng mga commentators doon, yung mga magko-comment. Yung mga pagandahan na lang tayo ng sagutan natin dyan, no? So yun, kung baga, what was your takeaway or takeaways from this online session or webinar? Yan, sige, mamaya ipopost natin yan. Sige, just a few more words, no? So from the title itself, Crisis to Riches, a few things to leave us with your, with your inputs and thoughts. Maybe we can start with Lloyd. Any last thoughts for us?
Yeah, sige. Si Arnel yung nakalabas
Arnel ba?
Yan, so siguro ganito, you will not earn and be successful in stocks if you don't take a risk, 'di ba? And right now, the opportunity is showing up in front of us. Bumabagsak na nga ang market. And yung iba hindi pa rin bumibili kasi takot pa na bumagsak pa. That's the risk you have to take also, right? So, yung sinabi namin sa inyo kanina, you start buying now because you will not know if this is the bottom or not. Maybe next month meron na or next week meron ng solution for COVID, baka lumipad na bigla and you won't be able to ride it. So, kasi natatakot pa kayo. Please take risks, but manage your risk since we are not sure if this is still the bottom. So, how do you manage your risk? Small amounts, maliit lang muna na pera ngayon. If it goes further down, then you can, at least may pera pa kayo na pang average down para you can lower your averages. Start buying some now and then just go aggressive on when the reversal is there, right? But you have to start taking risks now, okay? So yun po yung masasabi ko for you guys.
Thank you. Palakpakan naman natin si Sir Lloyd.
Yeah.
And again, I feel really blessed. I feel really blessed having Lloyd in our webinar session. Hopefully we'll have more of this from Lloyd. No? So thank you, Sir Lloyd. Let's hear from Chi. Chi, any last thoughts for us?
Ayun, syempre, kagaya nga ng sinabi ni Lloyd, of course, you need to take risk and at the same time, you have to manage your risk. And at this point, syempre, fundamentally speaking, good naman na siya. So, yun nga, it's time for, yung sila sabi ko palagi, KKK na tayo ngayon eh. Sugod ka mga kapatid level na. Pero, antayin muna natin na lumabas yung mga, yung testing na result nung sa COVID ngayon. Kasi I think that's the time na talagang mag-super react pa ulit yung mga tao. And then, after that time, I'm assuming na babagsak na ulit siya. Tapos, pwede na tayong unti-unting pumasok hanggang sa, tapos mag-aantay na lang ulit tayo ng pabalik. So, wag nyo nang antayin yung super bottom kasi hindi nyo ma-achieve yun. Napakaswerte mo na lang kung talagang ma-achieve mo yung swerteng-swerte mo na ma-achieve mo yung mababang-mababa na yun. Wag tayong masyadong greedy. I-achieve lang natin yung good result for us. Yun, and wait until mag-reverse yan because definitely it will reverse and right now it's super sale. It's time to buy talaga. Yun lang. Thank you. And thank you so much sa lahat ng nag-watch ngayon. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Chi. Palakpakan naman natin si Miss Chi. Yan. Siguro next time, ikikwento natin kung paano natin nakilala si Miss Chi. No? Pero let's save it for another session. Pero
Dami pa tayong pag-uusapan eh.
Marami pa yan. Sige, thank you, Chi. And to share his last thoughts and conclusion, and also to close this off, Arnel, bro, sige, let's hear from you na lang, bro.
Right, bro. Before I'll be sharing to you message about the webinar that we have right now. Actually, may naiwan pa pala ako na slides. I'll just be sharing this quickly. So yun, blue chip winners. So pwede nyo screenshot yan, URC. Same lang naman dun sa industry, parang inunod ko lang siya. Parang ginawa kong specific stocks siya. So you can check on that. Then stocks outside the index. So pag outside the index, be careful kasi weak pa yung market. Be responsible enough to do diligence. Dapat marunong ka on timing. Much better kung marunong ka sa support and resistance so that you can check on that. Then basically that's it. To summarize summarize the whole event that we have right now. I'm so thankful for Lloyd, for Chi, for Ed for helping me do this. Yun nga, with regards to our topic from crisis to riches, in times like this, we know na very difficult, daming fear, daming negative sentiment on the market, but we can see silver lining on this opportunities. Marunong na tayong tingnan natin na we don't know, maximum opportunity pa lang makukuha mo. So I would say as a stockbroker, as a portfolio manager, I would see to it na yes, there's an opportunity, but at the same time, calculated risk. Tama yung sinabi ni Lloyd na you can risk but don't risk it all, especially sa market natin ngayon. Right? So before anything else, thank you sa lahat, especially sa sa mga participants natin. It's actually almost 10 na eh. Pero makikita natin yung mga questions, sobrang dami. Then if you have some questions for us, you can message us personally, especially Lloyd, Chi. Follow the platforms that we have, and at the same time, makikita nyo sila. I'm sure sa stocks and courses natin, Chi and Lloyd will be there on that. So before we close this, let me pray for everyone, kung okay lang, so that I believe na sa situation natin ngayon, ang daming uncontrolled na wala talaga tayong magawa. But in the trading floor, yun talaga yung ginagawa ko pag na siya, di na kaya sa power, di na kaya sa strategy, I just pray for it. So I'm going to take this time to pray for everyone. Lord, we just thank you for this time. Thank you for the opportunity that we can share knowledge about stocks, especially with our product, Stocks Ed. We pray, Lord God, that you are going to keep everyone safe. We pray, Lord God, for a vaccine, Lord God. We pray, Lord God, that the situation will get better. We pray, Lord, that your power will be glorified on the season, Lord God. We believe and we trust you, Lord God, that everything is under your control, Lord. You are powerful. You are almighty. We glorify you in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, guys. Ed?
Amen. Thank you everyone. And again, please don't forget to like the Stocks and Facebook page. Marami pa tayong aabangan dyan. At maraming salamat po again sa lahat. God bless and good night to everybody.
Good
Right.
night.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.